Welcome back to our channel, and today we are continuing with melanin, the origin, and this is part 2 of 4 parts. I said it was going to be 3 parts, but actually it's going to be 4 parts. In the first part, we are understanding that there are 2 groups of people. There are human beings and there's mankind. The second part is that we found out that black people, their melanin is a selenium nickel melanin, and white people have a sulfur melanin. So there's 2 distinct, and also that our bodies are very different. People tell you that people are all the same, and it is not true. So there are 2 groups of people inhabiting this planet here. And the last part that I would like to let you know is that when it comes to civilized, there is a chart made up by the European that tells people who is civilized and who isn't civilized, and it's based on the melanin count. So the more melanin you have, the more civilized you are. The less melanin you have, the less civilized you are. And also it determines as to the classification when it comes to who's human and who is non-human, or like a man, in the likeness, but they're mankind. Basically, that's the correct word. They're mankind, not human. So it's important to know all those. Let's take a look at the video.
It's a know everything. The camera comes from your eyes. The speaker comes from your ear. A nuclear reactor comes from your liver. A car motor duplicates your digestive system. Everything comes from your body. Crystals that they use in computers were learned from studying melanin crystals. That's where they got computer chips from. Everything comes from your body. You want to know how to put something together? Study the body. Computer chips duplicate melanin crystals. That's how they got it. No problem. You want to discover something? Discover yourself. So we're looking at this. And we're looking at this galaxy here. We don't know what it's about. It has orbits, has spins. All we know is that it's sitting right underneath the pineal gland. And the pineal gland controls this rhythm thing. How this thing moves and spins. I got this melanin, but what has it done for me lately? I mean, what's all this information supposed to mean to me? I put something in, I want to get something out. Why should I put some understanding in this stuff? It ain't going to help me in life. Well, just bear with me for a moment. Let's look at the human race. Let's look at the human race. Let's look at the origin of the word. When we get into etymology, it comes from the word hue. And the root of that word is hue, which means color. Man means spirit of thinking or being. When you put hue with man, you get human being or black person. To be a person, by definition, you would have to be black. That's what the word hue means, pigment. To be a man, to be a human being, you have to be black by definition. That's why some people said, we're not man, we're just mankind. And they tell you that, don't they? So this is one of those things where you get difference of races because of this melanin. It causes when you cut your hair on the sideways, a slice as we call it. Orientals' hair is round like that. White folks' hair is divided like a kidney. Your hair looks just like the galaxy when you cut it that way. You're so in contact with everything. That's not outer space, that's your inner space. You're in contact with, even your hair spells this to us. Same process. Okay, we're different now. Skin is different, yeah. But we also have more vitamins and minerals in our body than any other race. The melanin causes you to have more vitamins and minerals in your body than any race. That can present a problem. A big problem. Especially if all the lab values are set on the Europeans, on Caucasians, who have the least of amount of vitamins and minerals in their body than any race. That's where the problem begins. Now we're coming along and you go to the hospital. They take your blood. They send it to the lab. But the lab values are based on white people's vitamins and minerals values. So when your vitamins and minerals were way up here, drop all the way down to theirs, which is rated number 1, that lab bag gonna say, ain't nothing wrong with you, you healthy. You said, but I don't feel good. I said, well, according to, ain't nothing wrong with you. It's in your mind, something, but your lab values say you're fine. No. Your vitamin and mineral level dropped all the way down to their normal level, which means you're twice as sick. So you go back and you look at all the disease categories, and sure enough, you're twice as high in all of them. You're trying to be healthy by another race's melanin value. So we're going to learn how to find out how much melanin you have this evening. Find out whether you got enough to even be black. Maybe you're perpetrating a fraud. This melanin causes you to have more life in you, more moisture in you. So we can just look at the earwax. This is the earwax of Northern Chinese, Japanese, 98. You have the most moisture in your earwax in any race. Isn't that something? I thought you said it would, under the skin everything was the same. Oh yeah, your hair is different, your earwax is different, you have more vitamins and minerals in your bones, which we call nutrient density. So under the skin, you're different. Whoever told you under the skin everybody's the same, they lied. Because biochemically, you are different. So we have to be treated differently. Whenever you have the high end of a lab value, like they take your blood, send it to the lab, and they show you these values, say 80 to 120 is normal. Well, if your value comes up to be 110, and that's almost close to the highest level there, almost, you got it. Wherever it is, you got it. The high end of that normal, you got it. The low end of that normal, you got it. That's how you interpret the lab values according to your vitamin and mineral content. You got to translate this stuff. You got to make this stuff black. They ain't going to do it for you. So wait a minute. The normal value is numbers between 80 and 120, and I had 110. You got it. Wherever it is, you got it. That presents a problem. Because 80 to 120 is the normal range for someone who has a good blood sugar rating. But the problem is black people get diabetes in the normal range for white people. They get it at 90, which is in the normal range for white people. You're walking around with diabetes. But you're looking at the normal values for a race that has another vitamin and mineral level than you, another melanin content than you. In the normal range for the diabetes test, if you're in the normal range on the high end of it, you got it. You got diabetes. That was proven over and over again. So now there's in New York that does that research kind of work named Dr. Ann Brown. Now, here we go. The races of humans. This is how races are classified according to white people. Not according to me. It's not Dr. Africa said. This according to Johns Hopkins University, Emory University. This is how they classify races. Rated 1 with the lowest melanin content is the Caucasians. Rated 2 and 3 are the yellow, mixed, and brown race, which you call the Orientals. Rated 4 are the brown and red people, Native Americans and Japanese. Rated 5 are the black, brown, and brown people, which we call the Native Indians from Mexico. The Mexicans, Himalayas, you know that race I'm talking about. Rated 6 with the highest melanin content is black folks. You are rated the highest on the human scale by white people. Did you know that? No. That'll present a problem. You go in a classroom and say, they start breaking this thing down to you. You say, we rated the highest on the human scale here. And he said, okay, and we come from Africa. Faster than you. That means I can think better than you. Yeah. So, okay. showing you books, The Magical Child by Joseph Pierce. Then they show you another book, Infancy in Uganda by Mary Ainsworth. And these are books about them studying black children whose mother was on natural food and breastfed, and father was on natural food and breastfed. And they studied these children. And the child born with these parents could sit up at birth, look his mother and father in his eye, know its name, know his mother and father's name at birth. Documented. The Magical Child by Joseph Pierce. They didn't believe it. They went back 10 years again and studied the same thing. Same thing happened. They didn't believe it. Mary Ainsworth went back and studied it. Infancy in Uganda. Same thing. Yes, you grow at a faster rate than white people. You have the highest, the fastest growth and development of a child than any race. You can be toilet trained at 1 year old. It takes a white child 2 years for their nerve to grow to that muscle that controls their bladder. You're raising your children like retards and wondering what's happening. Because nobody told you you had melanin. Nobody told you it causes you to have the highest growth and development. Nobody told you you learned how to toilet train earlier. No one told you learned how to speak earlier. No one told you. Why should they tell you that anyway? You think they're going to tell you something so you want to be free? There is a biochemical difference between black women's breast milk and white women's breast milk, because white women's breast milk has the least amount of vitamins and minerals in it of any breast milk. Black women's breast milk, I just told you that. Even white people know that. You ever heard of a white mammy? Am I getting to you here? Even they know who has the best breast milk. Okay, maybe you think I'm going a little too far. The brother's gone off the edge here. He's gone off I'm just telling you, go down south. I'm telling you, they know who has the best breast milk. You don't know, but they know. So we got to go back here and rediscover ourselves for what we are. And that's what this science lab values, the normal daily allowance is set for Europeans by Europeans. The breast milk is set on the white woman's breast milk, which has a different fat and protein ratio. What I'm saying is, if you put a black child on a white woman's breast, it reduces the child's sucking time on the nipple and reduces the child response if you take the breast out of their mouth. It reduces the ability of the child to bond to itself, to bond to its mother, to bond to its culture. Just by switching the fat and protein ratio in the breast milk, which you call Similac or Similac, which is based on a white woman's breast milk. Not a black woman's breast milk, a white woman's breast milk. So you give that to your child, and it reduces the child's ability to bond to its mother and to bond to itself. That's why you got drive-bys. It's a biochemical thing. Oh, yeah. This racism started long before you want to go to school with white folk. Sit on the toilet next to white folk and be integrated. This stuff started long before that.